Welcome to an ARMS Nintendo Switch news roundup. I probably will make this a regular thing where each week I will round up all of the latest and biggest news surrounding ARMS, just because on their Twitter account they do release regular updates for the game. So I'm just going to kick things off to say that I am really excited for this game. You know, I was watching that Nico tournament and it got me even more excited for the game. So I really am pumped for the game. So there is going to be a lot more ARMS coverage coming up soon on my channel. Make sure you are checking out the series playlist for everything ARMS. But let's just kick things off with the fact that apparently on the eShop there is a listing that says that ARMS will have support for 2 to 8 players locally and online. What does that mean? Does that mean we'll get a 2 versus 2 versus 2 versus 2 mode, or maybe a 4 versus 4 mode, or maybe we'll get a mode sort of like 8-player Smash? That would be crazy, where every man for themselves pretty much. That would just be hectic as pretty much anything that I could imagine. Definitely would be more hectic than Smash Brothers 8-player Smash, just because the arenas are a lot more smaller, they are a lot more closed in. I think what this means is that maybe you will have some sort of LAN features. Maybe it will not be 8 players. I think maybe there will be some sort of spectator mode there, so maybe it will be 2 versus 2 mode, and maybe you could have up to 6 others or up to 4 others spectating. Or maybe there could be like a tag mode where you gotta fight for your team, and if you get knocked out, then the other person on your team gets spawned in. So maybe that could be a thing for ARMS, but I don't think it is a 4 versus 4 mode. I think that would be pretty cool to see if it was a 4 versus 4 mode. I'm not sure how they could do that. I'm sure the game would be run a lot less smoothly if it was a 4 versus 4 mode. I think it's just going to be like a spectator mode, like in Smash Brothers, where you could like bet on which person you want to win or you think will win. I think that's probably what it's going to be. And in terms of LAN, maybe you will have you got the 2 versus 2 mode, so that is 4 players. Maybe you got you were 4 spectating, so maybe you could have like one person as a cameraman, sort of like the feature in Splatoon 2, where it's got like a competitive feature where like in competitive scenes you could have like a cameraman like going through the area, going through the maps. So maybe ARMS will have a similar feature. I don't think it will be like an 8-player mode. I don't think we will see an 8-player mode in ARMS. I think the more likely option is a 4 versus 4 mode, but again I can't really see that happening. I think the more likelier option is that we're just going to have 2 versus 2 mode. That will be the maximum, but the other 4 players either get tagged in, so maybe it will be like a sort of like a Tekken Tag Tournament 2 sort of situation, where maybe if your health gets down, maybe the other person on your team gets spawned in instead of you, or maybe the other people will be spectators, either betting on the outcome of the match, or maybe those spectators will act like cameraman, and maybe they can upload their footage onto YouTube. Maybe that would be a competitive sort of feature for ARMS, but yeah, I'm not really sure what this 8-player listing means on the eShop. Maybe it is a mistake, but we are only a month away, so we probably will find out more details about that soon. So we got some information about the traditional button controls for ARMS on the Switch, and I do believe these controls are for people playing with just a single Joy-Con. I could be wrong on that, but pretty much the button controls are: punches can be thrown using the triggers. The same can be done with the 2 face buttons as well. Jump and dash are mapped onto the other 2 face buttons. Click the left stick to guard. Left stick controls the angle of your punches, meaning you can't move in one direction and punch in the other. you can't strike at a different angle with your other hand until the first punch is fully extended either. So it does seem like the controls, like the button controls for a single Joy-Con, will be quite limited compared to people playing with mouse controls with 2 Joy-Cons. That is the way I will be playing. I won't be using button controls. But I know there is a lot of people out there doubting whether you can use traditional button controls for ARMS. You can. This was confirmed pretty much straight after the January presentation. You can use traditional button controls with it through, you know, the single Joy-Con or through the Switch Pro controller. You can use traditional button controls if you're not a fan of mouse controls, but I think mouse controls will be the way to go. I think it will be like Splatoon 2 or like Splatoon where gyro is the way to go. I think mouse controls will be the way to go for ARMS. So each ARMS fighter has their own set of supporters, which I've never really noticed before, but now I've not really looked at the audience, but when looking at the audience you can see people in, you know, green tops for Helix. You can see it in the new stage which I did upload the other day. You can see it more clearly in that stage. In the box standard arena stage, I never really noticed it before, just because I was, you know, pretty much watching the 2 fighters. But I think that is really cool. That is a really cool feature, and yeah, I just think that is, you know, really cool to see. Just adds to the whole. I just like that feature, and maybe they will have specific chants as well. I haven't really heard that sort of thing though in the game. Maybe it will just be, you know, the supporters will just have specific t-shirts supporting their favourite fighter. But yeah, I just thought it was a really cool feature to implement. So yeah, each ARMS fighter has their own set of supporters. So apparently characters in ARMS have 4 alternate colours. Now I'm not sure whether this is too few of an amount to have. I'm not sure what the amount is for fighters in Smash Brothers. I think Smash Brothers has more, but I could be wrong on that. But to be honest, yeah, I'm not really a guy that does use alternate skins. I pretty much just use the box standard skins anyway. But it's nice that this game does have alternate costumes in there. I think alternate costumes are pretty much a staple in fighting games, so it would be, you know, negative if ARMS didn't have alternate costumes. But yeah, I'm not sure whether that is too few of an amount. Maybe they will add more with future patches, but yeah, I think 4, yeah, 4, you know, it's enough for me, just because, like I said, I don't really use alternate costumes that much. But maybe it won't be enough for people that are a fan of using alternate costumes in fighting games. And I do believe that is it for all of the topics that I need to cover in this ARMS Nintendo Switch news roundup. I've got plenty more ARMS content coming soon on the channel, so make sure you are hitting that subscribe button for everything Nintendo Switch. And if you want to see more ARMS content, then make sure you are checking out the series playlist, which can either be found in the top right or on my main channel page. Just click on Snorf93. Should see ARMS the playlist. Click on that and that will take you to the series playlist, where it will have all of the ARMS content that I have uploaded so far. So really, I'm looking forward to this game. We are pretty much about a month away from picking this game up, and yeah, I'm just really excited to see what will be coming out. Like, really I'm excited to see, you know, will there be like an arcade mode for ARMS? Did talk about that on the channel before, which you can find in that series playlist. You know, what is going on with, you know, the 8 players? Is there a 8-player mode? Let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section below. Do you think there is an 8-player mode in ARMS? Do you think it's, you know, 4 versus 4 mode, or do you think it is 2 versus 2 with just, you know, spectators either betting on the outcome or spectators acting like cameramen for like competitive? So yeah, that's just it for this video, and I will see you next time. goodbye. Actually, that isn't the end of this video, just because a brand new stage just got revealed on the ARMS Twitter account. It is called Ribbon Ring, I do believe, and this is Ribbon Girl's home stage. Each character will have their own stage, and like each stage, it will have a unique feature to it. So with Springman's stage, you got the trampolines around the side. With Ribbon Girl's stage, the centre part will rise up in the air. So I do believe we did see this stage in the latest Nintendo Direct, but it has now been officially revealed as Ribbon Girl's stage. So definitely I'm looking forward to playing on this stage. Let me know your thoughts about this and everything that I've talked about in the comments. But that is it for this video, and I'll see you next time.